And again, that was the Gay Man's Chorus here, celebrating the NYSE 101st Christmas tree lighting. We're about an hour away from lighting up that beautiful spruce Christmas tree that's 71 feet high and almost 13,000 pounds. But joining me now to talk more about this exciting day is Bill, and as you can see just right behind me, we have, oh, careful guys, we have quite the crowd behind us as things are really gearing up. But again, Bill Keegan, he is from Heart 9/11. He is joining us now to talk more about the significance of today, the important work of his organization. Thank you so much for joining us today, William.
Good evening. What a spectacular night. What an event.
I mean, everybody is getting very excited, as you can see just right behind us. But start by informing our viewers. We talked about it a little bit earlier on in the show, just about what your organization does. But from your vantage point, why don't you tell them a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I'm a retired police lieutenant from the Port Authority Police Department, and it was my honor to be the night commander for the rescue recovery operations after 9/11. And I did that job for 9 months. And I met some of the most wonderful people in the world, good-hearted people that just wanted to help give families closure, that were looking for answers from this site. And I decided a couple of years after I retired in 2007, why not bring these experts back together again and take them to other communities that are suffering from something similar, natural disaster or community crisis. Spent a lot of time in Newtown, Connecticut, following the Sandy Hook school shooting, and we've been all over the hemisphere here, Bahamas, Haiti, Louisiana, Florida, for all of these natural events.
Around the world, making an impact and helping better people's lives in all aspects of the country and of the world. But talk to me about why it was so important for you to be here at the Christmas tree lighting this year and the significance behind it for you.
Well, this is the positive things that came from back then. You remember the grief and the sadness, but we worked back. Wall Street worked back. The economy worked back. The United States of America worked back. And so what we saw ourselves is, how do we contribute to that revitalization? How do we deliver for the recovery? And we thought the best is to use our skills and experience and forwarding that to other first responders that are facing similar situations. And that, I think, is why this is so positive of an event. Because New York City's back. It's the most wonderful city in the world. And to see all the people out enjoying themselves is what we had envisioned when we were working down at the World Trade Center. That someday this would all come back and we would be sitting here having such a wonderful time.
I mean, when you talk about where we were during 9/11 to how far we have come today, and to see the revitalization of downtown Manhattan, I could just see in your eyes how emotional it makes you.
I'm so proud. I am so proud of not only the teams that we had and the workers, but of the entire city.
Yeah.
How we all came together in the tri-state, helping each other out. It was a wonderful time, and I don't think this country has experienced anything like it since that time.
I'm literally getting chills as you're talking about this, just because I feel the emotion just pouring out from as you're telling me this story. And it's such important work that you do, and to highlight this during the holiday season is truly magnificent. I can't even speak, but you know that you do this year round.
Exactly. We've been to, I don't know, 8 or 9 countries. We've been all over the United States, and we're sharing what we have with others, as people had done for us during that time. You know, getting the cards from Nebraska kindergarten that wanted to help us, wanted to be part of the recovery. They felt it, and their teachers felt it, and they wanted to be part of it. And that's what's wonderful. And now to see that we are able to help others, which is really, if you think about Christmas, after you're a little kid, the real joy is when you're giving to others. And you see the smiles and their faces, and they're jumping up and down. It's such a special, wonderful, magical time. And that's what we wanted to take forward to everyone else.
Now, This probably is going to be somewhat of a difficult question considering everything that you and your team and your friends and colleagues have been through, but talk to me about some of the most memorable moments that you've experienced through your work.
When we went to Haiti after the 2010 earthquake, it's like I went over a rainbow. I couldn't believe what had happened to that country. But I also couldn't believe the joy that the people were exhibiting with their own children, dancing, singing, trying to keep the spirits alive. And that reminded me of down here, how we tried to keep each other's spirits up, how we took care of each other, how people were taking care of us. And then to be in Haiti, I could have never imagined in my life that I would be there so often and doing so much work. And I just thought that sometimes life has that way of putting you in places that you never thought you would be. And here you are and making a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely making a difference in people's lives. As the year comes to an end and we're entering 2025, what are some of your personal goals that you would like to achieve?
Well, I would like to continue the work we're doing. I would love to expand the work we're doing. There are no finer experts in the world at disasters than the New York City Police Department, the Port Authority Police, and the FDNY of New York. And so what we want to do is just expand our reach, because we make that difference in people's lives. It's funny because when I see somebody paint the painting, it's like magic to me. I just sit there and watch, and how do you do that? And people do the same thing with us when we arrive and we start rebuilding and we start fixing things. They look at us in amazement as if we're magicians. And it's so wonderful to see that and feel it for them, but also for the people that are doing the work, because they feel as if they're giving without really anything coming back other than the satisfaction in their souls that they've done good things for good people.
Doing good things for good people. Thank you again, William, for joining us today, sharing and spreading the word about your important work. I'm going to let you continue the celebration today. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, Trinity.